Danganronpa.
Reality slips far away, fiction comes alive, we start to play. Hope is no more behind the closed door as we drift away from where we were before. Hope and hopelessness become one, it's all meaningless, we've already begun. Yup, we are all one and the same, never opposites, we play the same game.
Walk the line between hope and despair, running from the truth but it's already here. Told so many lies, I don't know if they can find me. Only one life to live, so choose wisely. Heads or tails, they even though the side you're on doesn't really matter if it's on the same point. If you wanna achieve, you gotta believe the time right now, there's the door, is the key.
Chase the flame, no, we let it fade away. There's a ray of hope beyond despair. Move on, look for the truth in this world.
Dedication, that's what it all is.
Break through the confusion, find a solution. Beat the twisted evil things. Just do it, go for it, never. Break through the confusion, find a solution. Beat the twisted evil things. Just do it, go for it,
Waiting on a certain someone, Kawasaki?
Oh yeah, you got me. I'm just waiting on Pink Yossi. It takes a while to get ready.
I suppose Kirby wasn't lying then. You two do like each other.
Just don't listen to what Kirby says. But yeah, she's a handful, that's for sure. I like how spontaneous she is. She's fearless and full of energy. Honestly, I was intimidated at first, but I don't know, that's kind of why I like her, I guess.
I wouldn't expect you to be so upfront.
Hey, sorry if this comes off rude at all, but how come you're being sort of nice to me? You kinda just, no offense, but you're a little crude with everyone else.
None taken. Let's just say you're a bit more tolerable than everyone else here.
Thanks, I guess.
Something wrong? Thought you'd be more excited to have a person for comfort in here.
It's not that, it's just, I've done some pretty bad things in my past, and I don't know if she's gonna like me for it.
Well, if you need someone to open up to, I'm all ears.
Well, back when I was still a novice in culinary school, I wasn't the best chef, but I had a really bad temper. And every time someone gave me a bad review on my food, I was always furious, and this one time, a critic told me I had the worst food ever, and he told it all over the news and the media that I had the worst food that he ever tasted before. And the guy was a well-known critic. It's just, it really hurt me, but after that I did something that I can never forgive myself for.
May I ask what?
Well, that night, I followed the critic home in my car, and let's just say I got back at him, if you catch my drift.
You killed the guy?
Oh, why did I just say that? I didn't mean to. Look, I know how it must sound, but you can't tell anyone, especially Fujikawa, please.
I don't really understand, but sure, I'll keep it to myself.
Thank you.
Alright, let's go to breakfast. You all doing good here? Perfectly fine, just a bit of small talk. Alright then, let's go!
Well, we're feeling better? You got your stamina back?
Yep, I feel great. That Kawasaki guy makes a good meal.
Well, that's good, but I had a quick question. It's a little random, but what made you become the ultimate botanist? It sounds like a pretty neat talent.
I mean, if you're ready for that story now, then here we go. Well, when I was little, I used to be in the Boy Scouts. That was the worst experience of my life. But anyways, one time we went on a camping trip, and I got separated once because I was busy looking at plants. And I was gone for about a day and a half, and while I was gone, I had to live off of the plants. I found an empty glass jar or something, and just miraculously by chance, I was able to make some edible, healthy concoction out of just plants and stuff. And then when I got back, when they found me, I told the Rangers what happened and how I survived, and I pretty much went on the news, and that's how I found my fascination with botany.
That is a pretty fascinating story. I honestly just work out and stuff. I'm supposed to work out with Tanaka later, but that's a really cool story.
Yeah, I guess so.
What about the flower growing on your head though? It's kind of unnatural.
Well, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I don't have a heart. This flower here is basically my heart. So if you cut it off... So don't get any ideas.
Okay. But for real, let's go for breakfast. I saw Kawasaki earlier, so he's probably cooking now or something.
Alright then.
Yellowtoad, we have got to do something about that theater. I just can't stop thinking about it. That room is the coolest thing ever.
You're telling me! It makes my insides feel like a roller coaster. It's such a crazy place. We should hold a performance there.
Now we talking business. You the DJ, I'm a fashionista. It could work out real well. We should grab some other people too.
I mean, we can ask Pink Yoshi. I'm sure she'd love to.
That's a good idea. We'll talk about this more over breakfast, okay?
Sure thing. Oh, all this exciting is making me hungry.
So, Nyantan, how are you feeling?
I actually feel quite well. Well, after a good night's rest and some food, I feel pretty good, so thanks for asking.
Don't mention it. But I do have one question. You guys, when you were in that room, what was it like? You were in there for 2 days after all.
I don't really know. Apparently I was still sedated or something.
Wait, for the whole 2 days? That's weird. Sedation should only last 3 to 8 hours.
I guess it is kind of weird, but... whatever, let's just head to breakfast now.
Good idea, I'm pretty hungry too. Wow. Looks like it's jam-packed. I think everyone's here.
Good morning, Shaiki. Come, sit down. Kawasaki made some food.
Ah yes, good day to you, Luigi. Hi guys. Gotta say, it does feel good without any conflict or murder going on. Most definitely, I have absolutely no intention of committing murder.
Me neither. I mean, the other motive was something we had to act upon.
Did someone say motive?
I could have sworn I heard the word motive. That just so happens to be one of my 3 favorite words, including despair and death. How fitting. Well, I just so happened to hear you guys talking about how peaceful it was, and I simply had to interfere. So, here is your second motive.
Let me guess, you're gonna poison us again.
Huh? I am more creative than that, Tsubasa. You take that back right now. Anywho, this next motive I like to call honesty is the best policy. Who the heck do you think you are, my parents? Well, in here I basically am. Now, I'm gonna have to give you a little bit of a spoiler, but on the 3rd floor there is a physics lab, and in that physics lab there is a massive purifier that is just pumping oxygen throughout the school. And in that purifier, I added what I like to call the truth serum. It basically prevents you from ever lying. No need to worry your pretty little heads over the science behind it. All you need to know is that lying to one another or keeping your thoughts to yourself is now practically impossible. I figured since you kiddos are big on the motivational speeches and working together, what better way to bring you closer than to make sure you all can't deceive one another? Aren't I so thoughtful?
Ugh, does anyone actually buy this garbage? What a load of crap.
Let's test it. Daisy, what is your biggest fear? You guys learning about my ultimate personality? I didn't want to say that! Huh? Oh, that really is a surprise. Daisy, you have another personality? Ugh, forget this. You fool! Why would you ask something like that? If I do kill someone, it's gonna be you. I didn't mean to be so honest. Look, I know this is really uncomfortable, but how bad can a little honesty be?
I must agree with Miss Kyoto. If anything, the truth will keep all of us safe.
Whatever. Ain't nothing that trivial gonna cause us that many problems. Look, I get where you guys are coming from, but there's a difference in honesty and not being able to censor ourselves. I am not condoning lies, but not being able to keep anything personal to ourselves isn't something to be ignored. I must agree with Saiki. I, for one, appreciate my privacy and do not want it taken from me. Agreed. Not being able to control what we reveal to one another is a terrible invasion of privacy, though I doubt it will do much good. Perhaps we should all agree to refrain from asking each other any personal questions for the time being? A pointless effort. We would be better off to remain isolated. Though it does make this game far more interesting. Why, I bet there are some of us who have a lot more to hide than others.
Listen, just because you think this is some sort of game doesn't mean you can screw around with us.
Unfortunately for all of us, simply asking each other to refrain from personal questions may not be enough. Even an innocent query could prove deadly when none of us can censor ourselves. Oh, don't listen to him. This motive is really simple. The serum being pumped through the filtration system will end the second one of you off one another. But no one would kill over something that silly, right?
Hello? Who would do something that stupid anyways?
I beg your pardon?
Well, duh. I mean, if one of us did off someone, it would only take someone asking who was behind it to solve the case, right? Who would be dumb enough to post some crap like that?
Yeah, Kirby's right. No matter how bad it gets, this will keep us safe, right? I mean, it's pointless to try and hurt anyone. The culprit wouldn't be able to hide the truth from us. That's actually a great point. Even if Monokuma stopped releasing the serum after someone was killed, it would take a while before any of us would be able to deceive each other. So killing someone at that rate would just be suicide. Boy, you guys really are a glass half full kind of group. But for this particular motive, I'm putting a special rule in place. It is strictly forbidden to ask who the culprit was under that circumstance. If someone were to violate this cause, they'll take the blackened spot and be punished instead. What? Don't look at me like that. Did you really think I was gonna let you have such an easy way to solve a case? Please, this bear lives for two things: despair and entertainment. Oh, poo-poo. And I guess I should probably mention that there's also another motive. Are you kidding me? As if one wasn't enough. What could it be? Relax, Hagihara. It's not that bad. This motive only comes into play after a trial. You see, this time, for this trial only, if you kill someone and get away with it, you may take two buddies with you on the outside.
For real? That's crazy.
Don't tell me you all are actually considering this. Well, don't let little old me hold you up. Enjoy yourselves, kiddos. Nothing wrong with a little bit of honesty, is there? Oh, poo-poo. Someone seems nervous. You're a little afraid some of the others might learn?
Sonoji, I'm confused. What's with the sudden change in the motive? I thought the plan was supposed to use secrets for the second motive.
Yeah, that was the original plan. But what can I say? I'm an anarchist. I love sowing chaos and changing my mind sometimes. Besides, you didn't think you had immunity just because you're on my side, did you? Despair comes for everyone. This bear likes to keep things exciting and balanced for all players.
But what if I reveal something damaging to you? This whole house of cards could come crashing down.
You don't understand, pal. Despair comes in many forms. All you care about is winning. All I care about is despair. Whether that means everyone lies a bloody pile or my own plans come crashing down, it doesn't matter to me.
But wouldn't the game be rather dull if the truth was exposed too soon?
Yeah, but I mean, you're probably right. But I have faith in you. You're sneaky, right? Feel free to butcher someone if you like. Or just keep doing what you've been doing. I mean, you can always just stay in your room till a body drops. However, that would make you suspicious, wouldn't it?
I understand. I'll try to play the game as I have. What happened with Plum and Mario was a gamble. I'll let the others butcher themselves for the time being, and try to avoid suspicion.
That's more like it. Now, perk up. We've got killing to do. Oh, poo poo.
They're still upset about my interference with Plum and Mario. I have to regain their trust, or I'll be another casualty for their despair.
Look, I know this is scary right now, Shy Guy, but don't worry, everything will work out. Are you sure, Natsumaru? I mean, what if I reveal something that I don't want to? That's not true. I'm not really good at this type of consoling stuff. But you and me can always hang out for a little, you know, just to pass the time. Yeah, I guess so. Oof! Nakamura, are you alright? Sorry. I'm always such a mess. I feel like a burden to everyone. You really do believe that, don't you? Well, you know that when I say you're not a burden, that I'm telling the truth. You're the only one who feels... Nakamura, what is that? I'm not sure, but I think you should see this photo. Natsumura, do you have any idea what it could be? I didn't think most of us knew each other before all of this. It can't be real, right? I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, but don't you think they all favor one another? Yes, I think you're right. This almost looks like a family picture. But that doesn't make any sense, right? They both have different last names and don't seem to know each other. Maybe we just don't have all the pieces yet. They should see this. Maybe they can make more sense of it. I don't like this. I don't like this motive at all, Watanabe. I haven't exactly done anything criminally compromising, but it's everyone else I'm worried about. Believe me, I'm aware. I don't feel the same sense of anxiety as most of them, because I haven't really done anything bad either. Of course, I can't prove that to you, but I wish I could make, profiles of everyone. But that's something that will take days, if not longer. If I did have something like that, it doesn't guarantee anything. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a genius can't see every possibility. Yeah, I mean, I was really nervous on that first day. I almost up and killed someone. Huh? You never heard me say that. It's fine. I can't even deny it if I wanted to, but I doubt anyone would ask anyways. And besides, you clearly stopped the urge to do it, and that's what matters. Not being able to say things like that from spilling out of my mouth is frustrating. I can't say I blame those who decided to remain in their rooms. Yeah, but it also hurts them too. Surely some of them will seem suspicious. People who run usually have something to hide. It's what they may be hiding that worries me. Well, me and Yellowtoe brought y'all over because we had an important question to ask y'all. Oh, sir, what is it? Oh, wait, real quick! How's your arm, Kawasaki? It still hurts quite a bit. Turns out I only just sprained it. Okay, good. I was gonna say, if it was broken, I could have just popped it back into place for you. Anywho, me and Yellowtoe was talking earlier. We all pretty like that theater room, right? Well, we were wondering if we should hold a theater performance, you know, to bring everybody together and stuff. That's actually not a bad idea. Although, are you sure it's a good time, you know, with the motive and all? I wouldn't put it past us. A little honesty will be fine, right? Fine, I'll do it. What do you think, Fujikawa? Alright, fine, why not? Perfect. Now I'm sure Toadette would be more than willing to help us make costumes and stuff. Girl's the ultimate modest. You summoned me? Oh, hey Toadette. We was just talking about you. See, we all want to do a nice theater performance to bring everybody together. And, well, maybe you could make some nice show clothes for us, Why, of course. You don't have to ask me twice. And I'm sure we can get people like Blue Toad or Diddy to help with lighting and stuff like that. Oh, I could be the announcer. I'm the ultimate game show host, duh. Oh yeah, I like that. Alrighty then, it sounds like a plan. 1 second. Everybody, can I get y'all attention real quick? Okay, good.
Well, me, Usosuke, Kawasaki, and Fujikawa were all talking, and we are all deciding to make a theater performance in the new theater room. The way to bring everybody together in this cool place. Well, we were just, coming to tell y'all, and we would like some help if needed.
Yeah, sure, I can do like heavy lifting and stuff. Why, when you plan on doing it?
Well, I suppose we could do it tomorrow, just to give time to set up the theater. Perfect! Tomorrow it is! How about you, Purple Yoshi? Do you want to help? Whatever. Fine.
I would like to help too.
You?
Why, of course, just because you all fear me doesn't mean I don't get to help you, but you will have to offer a blood sacrifice first.
Yeah, you know what? We'll see about that. I'll help too! Perfect. This should be more than enough people. Now, when do y'all suggest we start working on this? Well, no time like the present, so...
Yeah, I agree. This will be a great time to do it now, Berto.
I mean, if y'all insist, let's get a move on then.
I have a bad feeling about that.
I wouldn't worry about it. Well, I'm gonna head to my room.
I haven't even been in here yet. This is awesome.
It most certainly is, Sato. And there just so happens to be a prop room and a makeup room in the back if you guys want to go check that out too.
Although, are you sure you still want to do this? With the motive now?
Nonsense! The show must go on! I'm not gonna let some stupid bear ruin one of my shows!
That's what I call an unbreakable spirit right there.
Yeah, don't you worry, Kawasaki. Everything will be just fine. If anything, it should put everybody at ease. Music soothes the soul, right? No way we backing out of this now. Even though Yellow Toad is the only one here who has some sort of musical experience, it still should be quite fun. Worst case scenario, we get some fireworks and light it up! I think the firework you're referencing is yourself. Anyway, Kawasaki, if you're gonna perform with us, how much longer do you think you're gonna be out of that cast,
Well, I'm hoping very soon. Probably, in a couple hours or something.
Now that I think about it, who exactly is gonna be performing? Well, if I'm not mistaken, myself, Usosuke, Kawasaki, and Fujikawa should all be performing.
Anyways, Takano, what do you need us to do?
Well, we could definitely use someone to set up some lights on the stage. Also someone to help with the curtain. Oh, and someone can also check the storage room in the gym to see if they can find guitars or amps or even a spin table for Yellow Toad.
I can help out with the lights.
Are you sure? In your condition?
Yeah, I should be fine.
Well, I can also help Kawasaki with the lights if he needs.
I would like to help out with the curtains.
Oh, same here. I can fly pretty high.
Then I guess I'm headed to the storage room to get some supplies.
I'll help you with that too, I guess. Perfect. And Toadette, I guess I can assume you'll help us out with show costumes, Oh, why of course. Leave it to me when it comes down to fashion. And I guess the rest of us can rehearse or something. This is gonna work out perfectly. Oh yeah, we're gonna blow minds. Come on, I ain't wasting no time. I wanna get a nice costume.
Well, Kyoto, I appreciate you for inviting us here, but what reason exactly?
Well, I simply wanted to check up on you guys to see if everything went smoothly last night with guarding the halls and stuff.
Oh yeah, it went fine. My group was from 10 to 1. Nothing too special. Me and Bowser argued a little bit, but it wasn't anything special.
Same here. Wonderful was all good. No suspicious action whatsoever.
That's great. My group didn't notice anything out of the ordinary as well. Although it does leave me a bit tired, because it's basically like waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
You're telling me this is totally gonna mess with my stamina and endurance, but I don't really care if we can stop murders, so...
Same here. Same routine again tonight, Kyoto?
Blue Toad, Yellow Toad, a word real quick.
Sure, what do you need?
Okay.
This won't take long. Me and Shaka have something to ask you too. She can kill him.
Shut up, Purple Yoshi.
Hey, Rosalina, I mean, is everything alright? Yeah, I gotta say, it must be pretty important if you had to drag us off like this.
I know this is going to sound strange to ask, but have the two of you ever met before all of this?
Nope, not that I know of. Yeah, me neither. Although we do kind of look alike. But what are we supposed to make of it? It's probably just a coincidence.
Maybe it's more than that. Nakamura found this photograph earlier today. It was when we were walking around the hallway. We can't exactly explain it, but maybe you guys can make something of it?
What the? I don't recognize that guy in the back, but why am I and Pluto together? I don't know, Yellow Toad, but that's my grandfather. Heck, I even recognize that park we're standing in front of. It's smack dab in the middle of Tokyo. It's not far from where Hope's Peak is supposed to be. That's all I got, though. It can't be real, though, right? At least one of us should remember something like that.
Let's pretend just for a second that it's not entirely crazy. I mean, you all seem to favor each other, don't you think?
I don't know. None of this makes any sense to me. My mother didn't have any other family, and Usosuke was her last name. I never knew my father. I just knew his name was Toadford and that my mother didn't like to talk about him. She always got violent when I asked about him. Holy crap! I was raised by my grandparents, but I never met my father either. They didn't talk about him either, but from what I understand, he wasn't the best person. His name was Toadsworth Shimizu.
Danganronpa